debate tonight, Gaurav Bhatia, national spokesperson of the BJP, Harshvardhan Tripathi, senior journalist, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author, Sanjay Jha, author and suspended Congress leader, Tehseen Poonawalla, political analyst and close aide of Kamal Nath, prospective, or what should I say, the chief ministerial candidate in Madhya Pradesh, and Dr. Suman C. Raman, political analyst, who will join us in just a bit. But first up, I want to ask Sanjay Jha. Sanjay Jha, really? Kanya Pujan is really nautanki? Is that how Mr. Digvijay Singh and the Congress look at it? After all, it's the same Mr. Digvijay Singh who said one of his colleagues was Tanch Mal, and you heard how Kamal Nath also called Imrati Devi. There he was referring to and calling her item. Is this really the Congress that says they respect women and ladki hoon, lad sakti hoon? I want to ask you this direct question.
Navika, you're a woman, and I have a huge amount of respect for what you and many women in India are doing, both at work and at home. And it's fantastic. And I think women in India don't get their dues. I need to be very honest about it. There are a couple of points, though, that we need to really look at when we see political conduct. You know, Navika, I think the Congress is extremely justified in questioning the way the BJP only does synthetic lip service or cosmetic manipulation of people for basically saying that we care. Let's look at two examples. There are many, but I'll give you two. You have the situation of Manipur that we have talked about since the month of May. You really think that the government of the BJP and the one at the center, the double engine Sarkar, is so incompetent or ignorant that they had no clue that a woman had been gang raped and her relatives killed, and they did nothing, said nothing? I mean, the Prime Minister had to be coaxed into talking about it. The wrestlers of India who have represented us in global competitive arenas and brought us gold medals have to beg to be heard. And this is about an accusation against a BJP MP of being a sexual molester or a predator, allegedly. Let's wait for the final, results to come out on that. But how can you behave like this with women? I mean, look at Madhya Pradesh and the Ujjain situation. I mean, what really is going on? I mean, these are serious issues. And then you look at Katwa, you look at Unnao, you look at Hathras. The issue is not that the rapes happened. There were attempts to try and deflect attention. What was immoral was an attempt to protect people because they had a BJP link. I mean, that's terrible. That's awful.
Sanjay Jha, my God, your hypocrisy, I mean, it just takes my breath away. I completely agree with you that all of these instances that you mentioned are something that horrify anybody. But how can you forget Rajasthan, the rape capital? And let me ask Tehseen Poonawalla, how can you forget the fact that Kanjak Puja or Kanya Puja is something which is part of our culture, which we've done, and you pick that up and call it nautanki? And how can you forget the fact that in your Madhya Pradesh, where all this is being said, Murli Morwal has been given a ticket, when in the past the Congress has tried to hold back the ticket, but given it to him this time. His son is an alleged rapist who was protected by his father. आज उसको आप दे रहे हो. आपको गलतियां सिर्फ बीजेपी की नजर आती हैं, अपनी एक भी नहीं नजर आती. Selective Tehseen Poonawalla.
Thank you, Navika ji, for having me on the show. And you're right, Kamal Nath ji will be Chief Minister 3rd December. Mark karo 140 plus seats. Or swearing in ceremony mein, I'll give Times Now a bite. But here is the question with Mulli bhai.
Bite aap puri debate pe aayega.
Puri debate pe aauga. But here's the question. Who's the government in Madhya Pradesh? BJP. Mulli bhai, whatever his son has done wrong, I don't stand up for it. BJP should, how can Mulli bhai or Kamal Nath protect his son? I'll tell you what happened in this case. 4 tickets have been changed by the Congress. 3 I'm involved in. I know about this. Mulli bhai didn't want to contest early on. He said he's not contesting. He wanted to contest Lok Sabha. But Sunil's report, because the Congress report changes, says he's the best candidate to win. Therefore, he's been asked to contest. It has nothing to do with his son. Two others are different issues. Yes, okay. I'm telling you this as a matter of fact. Now, please, Navika ji, please allow me. I absolutely take your point. In fact, you know that, like Sanjay, I have a lot of respect for you. You stand up for women. And I take your point, politics should be clean. And I think it's fair you're asking this question to the Congress. But the BJP sitting MP is accused of molesting women, says Delhi police. He pushed your reporter. He will not resign. There he gives a bite on women empowerment. BJP has no right to preach to the Congress. That Congress should even be further improved. I agree with you. But Murli Bhai's case has got nothing to do with his son. He earlier didn't want to contest. Now he's contesting.